have just gotten some of the craziest Star Wars leaks for Star Wars Episode 9. I want to talk about the Oracle, the Wayfinder Device, the Sith Trooper fleet, and yes, Kylo Ren's love for Rey.
It's like the news, but for nerds.
Today's shoutout goes to Damien Monguier. Indeed, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick are the Deadpool writers. Make sure you stay to the end of this video where we will ask another nerd card question. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. I'm Josh. Welcome back to the den. And yes, indeed, we've got some crazy Star Wars leaks to discuss today. I'm pretty pumped. This stuff's pretty cool. However, slight spoiler warning. This stuff is probably going to end up in the film. If you can be one of those people that can avoid this kind of stuff, if you can resist the urge to keep watching, good for you. Bye. Okay, so this all has to do with old leaks, 3-month-old leaks that are now being resurfaced and given new context due to some new leaks that were given to us by Jason Ward over at MakingStarWars.net. A couple of days ago, Jason did an article talking about this Oracle creature and this Wayfinder device and the Sith Trooper fleet that is out in the unknown region. And the really crazy thing that was confirmed here is this character called the Oracle. Okay, so this was in that 3-month-old leak where this person was talking about this creature that was sort of like this spider-like creature that's resting upon the head of this sleeping creature. I mean, I'm showing you the image right here, and I'll be honest with you guys, when I first heard about this character and saw what it might look like, I was kind of like, no thank you. Like, this is not what I want in Star Wars. I'm not feeling it. But in the context of the new leak that we're getting, I actually think this character will totally fit in the film and it'll be okay. Still a really weird design though. Like, is this an actual creature that this thing is feeding off of, or is this like a statue? I can't really decide which would be better, to be honest with you. Either way, according to the old leaks and according to Jason Ward's new leaks, this character will be sought out or they will summon Kylo Ren. So Kylo Ren's either gonna go find this creature or this creature is gonna sort of summon Kylo Ren. And this is where it gets really juicy, and this is the newer stuff, right? This is coming from Making Star Wars, but apparently this red Sith Trooper that we've been seeing, yes indeed, this is part of a massive army, and apparently this army, complete with crazy Death Star-like Star Destroyers, is out in the unknown regions or the Beyond. Now, the Beyond is something we've been hearing referenced in a lot of leaks over the past year. It is this place from which there will be this threat that comes for Kylo Ren. This is something we heard a long time ago. And this massive fleet may well be in the Beyond, and it is this just incredibly powerful fleet with incredibly powerful warriors. And yes, you didn't hear me incorrectly. There are Star Destroyers, apparently 3 of them that this fleet has, that have these huge mini Death Star-like weapons. And so what people are saying, and the leaks are saying, is that these Star Destroyers are capable of destroying planets. So they're very Death Star-like in that way. Now, Kylo is seeking this fleet. He's either heard of this fleet or becomes aware of this fleet. And again, he either seeks out the Oracle or is summoned by the Oracle. And this is where he will be given the Wayfinder Device. Now, the Wayfinder Device is how he's going to find this fleet out in the unknown regions or in the Beyond. And this fleet and the power that it represents is sort of a Pandora's box for Kylo Ren. Apparently, he is going to want this power desperately, but by unlocking it, open up this incredible Pandora's box that he can't close. And this would, of course, be, you know, Palpatine and this incredible fleet, which really wants little to nothing to do with Kylo Ren. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna seek out this fleet. It'll be loyal to me. It's gonna be awesome. And then once he gets to there and it opens it up, it's like, holy cow, this is an evil I was not ready for. This is Palpatine. He wants nothing to do with me. I'm in trouble now. And what's really crazy is that description from San Diego Comic-Con of the Sith Troopers. You know what I'm talking about? The one that was removed, the one that talked about how in an attempt to finalize their galactic conquest, this army is activated. Yeah, that thing was taken down, but appears to fall right in line with what these leaks are saying, that this crazy strong fleet is activated by the First Order and Kylo Ren in order to solidify their grab for power in the galaxy. But again, when that fleet is activated, some bad stuff and unforeseen stuff's gonna be happening. Like Palpatine is gonna come back, they're gonna be loyal to Palpatine, and Kylo Ren's and his power is gonna be diminished. And as I've said in other theory videos, this could very well be why Kylo Ren says it's time for old things to die. The Jedi, the Sith, and particularly the Sith, right? If he knows there's something going on with the Sith, this is why he knows that they should die. And from a character perspective, I just absolutely love the idea idea of Kylo Ren trying to seek out more power and the thing he thinks will give him that power sort of turning on him and becoming too much to handle. This is just such a good metaphor for what it's like, you know, going down the dark path. You're like, I want this power, so I go down the dark path, but then the things that happen when you go down that path are just way more than you were ready for and way darker than you were ready for. So it's great storytelling. Now, I want to talk about something else that was in those old 3-month leaks that, again, you know, given the new context of the leaks, we could probably believe a little bit more. And this would all have to do with Kylo Ren at the start of this movie, that he is being torn between the light and the dark once again, but it's perhaps more intense because of the feelings he has for Rey. And according to that old leak, like, it's straight up love. Like, it's love. He feels love for Rey. Now, that statement is going to trigger two groups of people. It's going to trigger the Reylos, who are going to be rejoicing and being like, I told you so, guys, Reylo's coming. And then it's going to trigger a whole bunch of people that think that Rey and Kylo Ren having romantic feelings and a romantic connection is just the worst thing in Star Wars. Those two groups of people exist. And so I just want to say to both of you groups of people, just relax for a second, wait until I finish what I have to say, and then blow up the comment section with your craziness. I've always said that I think the romantic connection between Kylo Ren and Rey just makes sense, and I actually like it. It adds a necessary tension to the movies, and I think even people that don't like The Last Jedi will recognize that the scenes between Kylo Ren and Rey are the best parts of the film. It's the real character moments that we get in that movie. And I've always felt like the romanticism there makes sense on a cosmic level, with the cosmic force wanting true balance, which would be dark and light being attracted to each other and coexisting. And I've also thought it's a really great metaphor for like the reverse Padme Anakin. This is something that people in the Reylo community talk a lot about, but this is the idea here. Basically, romantic love is what causes Anakin's downfall. That is what puts him down the dark path. And then his love from family is the thing that redeems him. The love of a son redeems him. And the exact opposite of that is happening to Kylo Ren. The love of family is what puts him down the dark side. Like, his obsession with Darth Vader, his rejection of Luke Skywalker and of his father. Like, it's like family love. It's complex, of course, because it's sort of hate in a lot of ways, but it's also love. Like, he has love for his mother, he has love for Vader, and he dislikes his father because his father's like not a Force sensitive. And in some ways, I think Ben sort of blames, his father's heart and his father's just mere mortalness as a part of his weakness as a person. He hasn't understood yet that the love and the heart of Han Solo is actually good. Like, it gives him some power. But in either case, the idea is that family love causes Ben Solo's downfall, but it will be romantic love that brings him back to the light side. So you see how that's the reverse of Anakin, right? The romantic love causes Anakin's downfall, the family love redeems him, the family love causes Ben's downfall, and then romantic love redeems him. It's sort of an interesting dynamic there. Star Wars is poetry, as George Lucas has often said, so I think these kind of things mirroring each other, it actually makes a lot of sense. Now, here's the thing about that, though. I'm less and less convinced that the romantic connection between Rey and Ben will actually come to fruition, because I'm starting to believe, given some of the comments that Daisy Ridley has made and some of the things that JJ has said, that they might actually retcon that. And so I'm of the camp that Reylo, or the idea of, Ben Solo and Rey having romantic feelings, I am of the mind that that has been set for a long, long time. That was the plan going into this trilogy. But this trilogy has gone off less than smoothly, and I actually think it is very possible that Disney is retconning Reylo and will not have those romantic feelings play a major role in the film. Like, even this 3-month-old leak might be leaked information that's even older than 3 months, and we know that JJ's doing a lot of reshoots and changing a lot of the script, and so it is not outside of the realm of possibility that due to sensitivities in the fan base, that they've turned their back on Reylo and that they're going to retcon it in episode 9. And so take that for what you will. I have good relations with the Reylo community, but I know a lot of them are, let's just call it, obsessively passionate about this thing, and I'm interested to see how that community will react if Disney does indeed retcon Reylo, and I'm interested to see how the Star Wars community would react if they don't retcon Reylo, if they have that be a big thing in the film. So that's where I'm at with all of this. You know, as I said before, I think the Oracle thing was a little weird for me at first, but tying it to, you know, this Wayfinder device that then ties it to this crazy fleet, you know, I just love that idea. It feels really cool. Plus, maybe the Oracle, you know, has ties to Palpatine. Maybe she knows of Palpatine and she's, you know, using Ben Solo. Perhaps the Oracle gives some insight to Ben Solo about his feelings for Rey and how that might be his downfall or something like that. That could add some really interesting tension. Either way, I've come around to that Oracle idea. I think it could be very cool. I absolutely love the Sith Trooper idea and the fact that there's this fleet and it's a Pandora's box for Kylo Ren. I think more and more we're getting the sense that Kylo is the Skywalker that will rise, and Rey is gonna help him do that. She's gonna sort of be the catalyst, and the love that he has for her will be the catalyst to bring him back to the light side so that they can together defeat Palpatine. Makes sense, feels very Star Wars to me. I'm pumped on it, but these are crazy leaks. I wanna know how you feel about this stuff. Well, how do you feel about all of the different aspects for Star Wars Episode 9, the Wayfinder device, the fleet, Reylo, all of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And now let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. I want to know, what is the name of the brand new TIE Fighter design that looks to be red and looks to belong to the Sith Trooper fleet? This was teased at San Diego Comic-Con. The question is for you. What is the name of these new TIE Fighter designs? Answer that question in the comments section below. Guys, this is such a crazy topic that normally I'd love to do a fan chat live with you guys to break all of this down, but I'm like just finishing up my move and I have a lot of stuff on my plate, including a very cool video that I'm working on with Ryan H., one of our new executive producers here at the channel. This all has to do with Shang-Chi, the Ten Rings organization, and how this is going to impact the MCU in a crazy way moving forward. So look out for that video. But just in general, we're going to be doing a lot of talking about a lot of crazy nerdy things in the coming months. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications enabled. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.